Welcome to Rewire Yourself Rich, the podcast for the woman who's done with temporary bullshit mindset shifts and ready for a full nervous system level identity upgrade. The woman who knows she was born to transform the world with her unique superpowers. I'm your host, Kelly Pender, wealth identity rewiring expert, intuitive mentor, and creator of the Rich Coded Method. In our world, we don't manifest like needy ass bitches. We re-encode the big fucking deal wealthy woman back into yourselves. We shift your DNA to remember who the fuck you are. Ready to become rich coded, getting paid to exist? Let's fucking go. There's a version of you that women will pay and have no problem paying $10K, $15K, $25K, $50K plus to work with. And then there's a version of you when you drop your offer or share the link, women are like, not right now. I can't afford that. Or they ghost you. What is the difference? Why is it that there's a version of you that already exists that people will just throw their credit cards at, no fucking problem? And then there's another version where people are resisting, where people aren't sure yet, where people need to ask their spirit guides if it's aligned or whatever. I need you to know that your brand is playing it safe. You may unknowingly, subconsciously, energetically be operating out of the safety identity of the good girl. And here's the real disconnect that no one tells you about. I know, trust me, otherwise you would not be in my world. I know that you are fucking incredible and you are a vibe in person. I want to be around you. Everyone wants to be around you. People meet you and they're like, I fucking love you. I love your energy. You're my spirit animal. How do I hire you? How do I work with you? But the thing is, online, when you go to hit record on your podcast, when you go to create a reel, when you go to do a face to camera video, you're like, your presence doesn't hit the same. There's this gap between how much of a fucking badass you are in real life, the one, that bitch, and how your brand is showing up online. And I know for a fact, because this comes up time and time again with my clients before they come into our world, I know for a fact that you had a conversation behind closed doors at a bar, out to dinner, in the car, on the phone with your best friend. And whatever truth bombs or nuggets of wisdom that you channeled, that you dropped, sounded and felt nothing like your last Instagram reel or TikTok or live or podcast that you just did. And the version of you who is fully unleashed, fully expressed, unapologetic, and shamelessly herself, who doesn't give a flying fuck, who has shit to say because she knows that she came here to massively impact and alter the world with her wisdom, with her magic. That one, you. That's the one. That's the version of you that people would throw their credit cards at, $25K plus without hesitation. But you're not giving yourself permission to fully unleash her online. And I want to tell you why, because this ends today. I am so tired and really sad to see really fucking powerful women filter, alter, censor themselves online. I think that I've shared with you time and time again that I have psychic and intuitive gifts, and I can go on your Instagram and within moments see where you are unknowingly repelling high level, premium soulmate clients. And here's why. You're following someone else's rules for success. rules that you don't even fucking like, rules that don't even feel like you. And those are the rituals, as I call them, that are capping your income, your fame, and your visibility. And this is why marketing, creating, posting feels harder and heavier than it should. And business feels like an effort. Content creation feels like a fucking effort. And I need you to know that even though you're making good money right now, you could 3x, 5x your income if you just unleashed this side of you online. You are being asked right now to unleash, to break the chains of this version of you that you've been hiding, that you've been filtering, that you've been censoring. Because you were told at one point by a coach, that's not professional. People aren't going to pay you if you speak like that, if you dress like that, if you show up like that, if you sound like that. I need you to know that every single person that I've invested in, here's why I was like, I don't even know what the fuck you do, I'm in. Because I love the way that they show up. Online and in real life, there's no fucking difference. I love the way that they lead. I love the way that they boldly express themselves. I love the way that they shamelessly and unapologetically share their wisdom, even though others will massively disagree. I love to be led by women like that. I am not into the cookie cutter, do it this way, play it safe, dress this way, make sure that your Instagram is aesthetically pleasing. Otherwise, you suck at life. Otherwise, you're not going to be successful. No, I am not into that vibe. And I need you to know that there are people in your audience right now who already know everything about you. And the only reason they haven't DM'd you yet, they haven't hit buy yet or enroll yet, is because they can't fucking feel you. All they need is to just feel you, and then that moves them into your world. But we can't feel you if you're censoring your frequency. We can't feel you if you're altering the truth of who the fuck you are. That's felt. And whether you know it or not, every person is subconsciously and energetically scanning for power and leadership. We can feel it. And I can feel that, like I said, the second I go onto your social media. I can feel if you're at a 2 or if you're at an 11. In your leadership, subconsciously and energetically. And I can tell you immediately if you're repelling high-end clients, how and where in your content, in the way that you're showing up. I can feel and I can see where you're holding yourself back, where you're not speaking like you, where you're not leading like you, where you're resisting yourself. And you hold codes. You hold wealth codes, fame codes, visibility codes, healing codes. You hold these life-altering codes that others can feel within you, that others want, that others crave, that others need to massively shift their lives and transform. And they can't feel your codes. They can't receive your codes. They can't receive your medicine, your wisdom, your guidance, your mentorship if you're filtering your frequency. So my love, you don't need a better caption. You don't need a better sales page. You don't need better messaging, whatever the fuck. You can always tweak that. What you need is a bigger identity. What you need is a frequency that's felt. This is fame frequency. This is seductive affluence. It's the frequency of your brand. It's the frequency of you. And we can't feel that. We can't have our soulmate clients sliding into our DMs saying, I want to work with you. I want to hire you. I want in, if they can't fucking feel you. It's time to allow yourself to be felt. It's time to remove this filter over the frequency that's meant to penetrate the industry, that's meant to disrupt the industry. I can guarantee you, without a shadow of a doubt, that in the notes section of your phone, you have bomb ass industry disruptive content that you're just sitting on, that have been there for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 6 months, because you're too afraid to share it. You're too afraid to trigger people. Maybe you're afraid of the possibility of hate comments, of name calling, of bullying, of being called your cringe. You don't need better content. You need to expand your capacity to hold the criticism, to hold the judgment, to hold the cringe comments without making it mean anything about you. Because the truth is, you know who you are. You don't need to be understood by other people. And that's what we're so afraid of. I just rewired this with one of my clients. She was sitting on bomb-ass content that she said behind the scenes, behind closed doors. And I heard her say it, and I was like, that. The world needs to hear this. This is what creates your industry disruptive brand and cult-like following. That's it. I just heard you say it. Why did she say it? Because she was in a safe space. And I heard it. And we worked through in real time what was coming up for her, the resistance, the fear of triggering, the fear of being misunderstood. And we cleared that. Because it's safe for you to be misunderstood. Because you understand yourself. It's safe for you to be disliked. Because you didn't come here to be liked, you came here to lead. And you can't fucking lead. You can't stand out. You can't be scroll stopping where you break people's necks. They're like, what the fuck? Who is this woman? You can't be that woman, that bitch, if you're so afraid to be misunderstood. If you're so afraid to be name called. And trust me, I know what that's like. We all know what that's like. We've all had that experience of being name called, of being criticized, of being bullied. Yeah, it fucking sucked. But let me tell you something. I know that underneath your safety identity, you know who the fuck you are. And you know that you matter. And you understand you. And you like you. And you choose you. And you pick you. And you love you, so you don't need anyone else to choose you, to pick you, to love you, to accept you. Because you already do that day in and day out. So can you give yourself permission to bring this version of you online? This is the disconnect. This is the gap. When you do that, when you find safety, encode safety, in your field, in your frequency, in your body, in your cells, you give yourself permission to lead this way, unleashed, shamelessly, savage, unapologetically you. That is what we want. That's what the world is waiting for. That's what your soulmate clients are waiting for. They can't fucking feel you until you give yourself permission to be you. To rewire your safety identity of the good girl, the one who has to prove herself, the one who has to perform, to be picked, to be accepted, to be chosen. You choose you. This is the gap. Those conversations that you have behind closed doors, I know they're sitting in your notes app on your phone. I know that for a fact. I bet you're like, how'd you know? Because you wouldn't be here if you weren't accepting your God-given gifts, your life-altering mission and movement and message that only you possess. You came here to radiate. You came here to disrupt. You came here to fucking lead your way. And so circling back to the rich rules, whose rules are you following? Can you see the unspoken rule book, handbook that you've been living out, leading out, operating out, where you've been showing up in your business, on social media? Can you see those rules? And can you choose to hit unsubscribe? Can you choose to opt out? Can you choose to break them, to burn them, and to rewrite them, to create your own rich rules, to create your own playbook around how life, business, money, wealth, visibility, and fame work for you? I know you can. That is a choice. The choice is yours. If ever you felt out of control, it's because you were following someone else's rules. It's because you were waiting for permission to be more of you. We're done that. You don't need to build more authority. You are the fucking authority. You just get to lead as her. This is fame frequency. This is seductive affluence. This is how you get to lead. This is how you get to show up. And this is when you're no longer speaking to everyone. You're speaking directly to your soulmate clients. And this is something I invite you to practice starting today. Whatever it is that's sitting in the notes app on your phone, can you give yourself permission to share it? Can you know that it's okay that not everyone is going to like you? You're here to be known. You're here to be famous. You're here to create a cult-like following. My love. That starts with being all of you. Sharing your thoughts, your opinions, what you stand for, what you stand against. You get to share your polarizing opinions. You get to be controversial. And guess what? When you share that, you give an energetic permission slip to others who are thinking those exact same thoughts, but they're too fucking afraid to say it. And you become the voice for them, the spokesperson, the leader. This is where people become obsessed with you, or they massively dislike you. Good. That's being known and famous because you didn't come here to be liked by everyone. You came here to lead. It is safe to be disliked. It's safe to be misunderstood. You don't need others to understand you or get you. You understand you. You know what you stand for. So of course you fucking understand yourself. You get you. You know who you are. You know your values. Own it. Lead as her. Lead as you. It's fucking you. You don't need to be anyone else. You get to give yourself permission to lead this way, to show up this way, to create this way. This is how you're going to identity shift. In order to shift into a different identity of who you're becoming, you gotta fucking do something different. This is it. This is what the world is asking of you. This is what your soulmate clients are waiting for. You came here to lead a multi-million-dollar movement, brand, and company. This is the gap. This is it. We want to fucking feel you. Okay? I know that this was a huge energetic permission slip. And I know how you're going to choose to lead. I know how you're going to choose to create. Okay? When you create this post on Instagram, share it with me. Drop it in my DM so I can celebrate you. So I can like it. So I can engage. Not that we need engagement, but I love commenting to celebrate you. This is massive. This is huge. And this is your invitation to come into Rich Coded Mastermind, where you'll embody seductive affluence and build a brand that feels like an event, not just another motherfucking post. When you come into the Rich Coded Mastermind, your VIP ticket to Rich Coded Live is included right now. Or you can DM me the word ticket to collapse timelines around wealth, fame, and visibility to sell your 5-figure offers on repeat and grab your ticket to Rich Coded Live, April 25th in Philadelphia, PA. I love you. You are fucking incredible. You get to lead and build your disruptive brand and cult-like following. It is safe for you to lead. It is safe for you to be disliked. It's safe for you to be misunderstood. You know who the fuck you are. We want to feel you. Soulmate clients, they're already circling your field. They're already ready to come into your world. All they need is to fucking feel you. If you loved this episode as much as I did, please take a screenshot and tag me on Instagram so I can share you and your incredible body of work to my network and celebrate you. And as a special abundance gift, please give us a 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts. Take a screenshot, send it to me on Instagram, and I'll send you my sexy sales hypnosis to rewire yourself rich in your sleep.